Okay. Blah. Today's going to be a good day, bud. NASDAQ point 6. Let's see what happens. Tesla's got a gap up on it. Nvidia's up. Oh, let's see if Apple's up. Apple's doing something. Amazon, Microsoft. They're thinking about going up. Maybe it'll be a gap and crap. We'll see. But so far, looking good. There's the Qs gapping up above the ascending triangle. The hell's your problem? That's weird. Sounds good to me. All right, let's see what happens right now. Bam, market's open. Tesla's only sixth from the top. We lose. Damn it. Oh well. Right, it's up. I haven't looked at BTC. Look at the gap. Little cute little baby gap on Tesla. It is looks like basically leading most of our ones that we like. Let's see how that works out. What the fuck is going on with this damn window? I got a Firefox one of these. It's just jacked. All right, 6-2 for the NASDAQ. Teledoc. Well, it's trying to get better. It's okay. It's okay. How's all right? Service now doing pretty good. Let's see what's down. Very short list. Look at that. Wow. Litecoin, Biogen, VIX, Beyond Meat, Roblox. I think Roblox is in a somewhat interesting area. AMC. Did GameStop declare bankruptcy? I don't know. I saw something. I don't know if it's real or not, but I saw something. EXPI. That's not EXPI. There's the EXPI. Pretty flat after today. It's not too bad. I don't know what's up with this damn Firefox window, dude. It's the craziest shit I ever seen. So I got one overlapping the other. Because, I have, if you don't know, I have a 41-inch, 43-inch television as my monitor. I have it in quadrants, so I usually have four screens set up. Streaming's on the top right. Top left, full window. Bottom left, almost a full window, but it's overlapping the top window. When I click on the bottom window, it goes to the top window. It's so weird. I've never seen anything like that before. The link works in the bottom window, but anything in the address bar, nope. Anything in the top window area takes me to the top window. That's weird. All right, reversal. 0.74 NASDAQ still going. Something's working. What's working? Everything else. Maybe everything else. All those little hidden stocks you don't get to see very often. How's Eli Lilly? That's a nice gap on Eli Lilly. EC getting out of that declining trend line. Trade desk getting out of that declining trend line. Volume is still, it's early, but it looks good so far. Socks, it looks like it wants to go. 3D systems. Look at this on the. It went away from me. That looked like a nice ascending triangle on 3D. Right here. Looks pretty good. Tesla rolling over. Not such a bad thing. Now I think we're back on the upswing again, boys. I think we're back on the upswing. Okay, let's check these out. Net, holding up. Snapchat, Stitch Fix, not doing too good. Tesla, selling off a little this morning. Not too bad though. EXPI, okay. Crocs, starting to head back up. Peloton, maintaining well. F Cell, uh, eh. Apple selling off tiny bit, and Roku also trying to sell off a tiny bit. Okay, nothing really spooking quite yet. 8.82 for the Nasdaq. Soxel is now up 4%. So that's all those little chips. There's Qualcomm. That's part of Soxel. A good part, actually. It's part of the reason why it's up so much. Sell H 3.5, getting back above the line. Okay, we got a game, guys. We got a definitely got a game on our hands. All right, I need to kill some windows. I gotta get this Firefox thing working properly. I don't know what the hell's going on here. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Give the market a chance. All right. Why is this window so jacked up? Can you get a virus on just one window? Oh, there we go. All right. I was able to close it pretty easily. Open up a new one. My wife sent me an email on setbacks for thinking about doing an edition, at least starting to think about doing an edition. Interesting. All right. Tesla back towards highs. NASDAQ 0.81. It is a game, ladies and gentlemen. Trade desk. Boom, bitches. That's it. I think I. All right, Tesla back into highs. Trade desk is starting to do its work. So getting back to 97.8 for the NASDAQ. Okay. That seems odd. $72.10. Okay. Look at the volume today. Volume the past couple days has actually been fairly heavy. Pocket pivot. Looks like a pocket pivot there too. All right, it's moving. It was SQ. .83. Hey, what's up, Mohammed? Things looking good today, bud. Uh, Sorry, I was trying to figure out trade here. May end up taking trade desk. On the fence on it. I really like the volume here. It's a very strong open. Yeah, so far so good. I concur. Yeah, lemonade coming back a little bit, huh? Yesterday had a pretty good day. Not quite a pocket pivot, but not a bad day. Same, a good volume near the lows there. Good, good, good. There's AMD. Oh, look at AMD. Looks like it may want to make a little run. There's a nice bull flag. It broke out from that, retested it. Could be starting to go the opposite direction, which is up. 200 flattened out. 50 starting to loosely curl back up. Very green market today. Should have kept my Nvidia trade a little bit longer. Oh man, I would have hit my target. I would have had to sell though. I probably wouldn't have. It's okay. Biogen. How's our buddy EMC doing? Still doesn't look bad. Like, look at that. That is not a bad looking chart pattern at all. There's space. Rolling over a little bit here. Nothing crazy. All right, Nasdaq's come in slightly. Tesla keeps fighting with the highs, which is a good thing. Holding up so good so far. My question is, do I ditch my TQs and jump more on other stuff? Because the market's looking good right now. That's usually a good thing to do. Tesla's up 3, trade desk now second leading. Some other stuff has drifted off a little bit, which is fine. Things started hot. The moves in the stocks have been happening overnight a lot more and more. So the conviction in some of these stocks and holding them overnight is key. So I think getting some of these in low areas is really a good thing, and trying to, I guess, hope you're in the right ones. GBTC with not a bad day. All right, and Tesla going for it. Come on, Tesla. All right, I'm selling the TQs so I can get some more stuff, but I have to wait for it to settle because it's in my Roth. Lovely. I'm at doing pretty good on Tesla here. I'm above break even finally too. Added a bunch of 700 when we came up here, and I was peppering all the way throughout. Now my averages looks like 670 or something like that. So I'm up just a tiny bit. Look at the volume on Tesla the past 2 days. We is gone, son. We're gonna go. All right. All right, 319. Trade SKPI. Sell H now up 4. Sell H coming right back. Should have bought that dip. So far, so good, y'all. All right, selling off a little bit. At least Tesla's. Nasdaq's holding okay. All right. Let's look around. Go back to our buddy Roku. Even though it's selling off from a level, they're still positive on the day. Roku's had a good go of it lately. Definitely on the upswing. Look at that volume. Great volume out of the lows. Great continuation out of that little flag there. I like it. How's Apple doing? 0.46. F cell. Not sure why I have this. Peloton. Holding pretty nice. Great volume at the lows there. Looking for a rebound. All right, Crocs is doing okay. My buddy EXPI chilling. All right, Snaps on the rebound today, 2.6. Looks like net is still positive. Net's been on just a little mini tear here. Pretty good volumes most days. Accumulation distribution on the 15-minute looking pretty good. So I can't argue too much with net. So net did break the 100 level with some pretty good volume. Ah, boring stream day for such a nice day. All right, and Trade Desk is our leader now. Let's see what else is up here. Eli Lilly, not one we generally follow, but not bad. EC was trying to go for it yesterday, closed lower, but great day today. The accumulation distribution did a good job. Fastly, sell H rounding right back. A lot of things coming off of lows today. Like I said, that's what's powering the Nasdaq because all these ones that have been lagging. Tilray's even up here today. So they're taking a break with some of the ones that have been in vogue the past couple of weeks, but they're not dropping them off. All right, Goose has gone from down to sideways. Is it me or did I miss a whole bunch here? These things are jumping around too fast. Fiverr. I like Fiverr. Hey, what's up, Ellie? I like a line too. I like this pattern. Wish volume was a little different situation, but doing okay. Xilinx looks very nice. Again, volume's still a potential problem. Yeah, Tesla, son. Exactly. Spotify trying to get up off lows. Ulta, cup and handle. Starting to go. Accumulation looking really good on that one. Volume's kind of garbage, but it's moving in the right direction. Chegg, Take Two Interactive. Let's get rid of some of these. It's been pretty good. Pretty good, Ellie. The NASDAQ 0.76 keeps hitting that upper Bollinger Band. It's not even apologizing for it. You think it should? All right, Ellie, what you got in your agenda there, bud? We can just look at Tesla. The show is basically called it's basically a Tesla show. We can just we can just talk about Tesla. Technically, not much else needs to be talked about, but there are other positions in some people's accounts. No one here, though. Obviously, everyone here is pretty much loaded. So we have a good group of investors here. Yeah, 680, pretty nice. Trade Desk has been our breakout candidate today. We talked about this one yesterday, maybe the day before. All right, 0.8 for the NASDAQ. Having good times. A lot of these moves are happening overnight, though. So I do think that's something you take into consideration. And there's Trade Desk 10.79, 10.8, 11. Trade Desk is coming off those lows. Really good volume this morning. Excellento. Eli Lilly really hasn't been on our radar, but it's doing pretty good. I think I'm gonna actually remove it. All right. Very fine foods. Actually putting in a relatively healthy price action pattern for the past little bit. I don't think you can be mad at it. Well, Ellie can be. He can be mad at anything, but yeah. Very fine foods, not in a bad spot. Man, gotta like the Tesla. Gotta love the Tesla. All right, guys, that Apple rhyme. If you guys don't remember, want to go over the Apple rhyme since, everything's just gangbusters, anyways? It's always good to talk about the Apple rhyme. Miami area condo collapse. Jeez. Man, nobody. You guys are leaving me all by myself today. I bet you guys are working. You people in your jobs. Should run a damn hedge fund is what we should fucking do. This little YouTube room's got more freaking knowledge in it than at least trading knowledge. We're pretty good, guys. All right, Tesla, taking a breather. $30. Amarin Square AMD. How's AMD doing? I think AMD's trying to rebound, Ellie. I think it's going for it. Finally. If you're looking for the confirmation of the confirmation of the confirmation, there you go. I don't think that's a bad one. All right, 0.77 for the NASDAQ. So that come down a little bit. Trade desk down from 10%. Oh, back up to 10%. All right, we had a little morning sell off, and I guess we're going to have a mid morning sell off. Yeah, you're good, Ellie. You're good, bud. 7 a.m. is always a sell off. Seems that way, huh? Does seem that way. But I think we're good though, man. This market, we talked about it the other day, man. I am happy with basically everything I see. I got really no major complaints. If there are any complaints, they'd be very, very minor. Yeah, jump on Discord. Yeah, I just don't assume. Let's let's do it. I don't know. JJ's in chat. He's just not in here. I think I'm gonna have to do some. I actually have to do some work. Get some people on the stream. You know, a thing called work that I don't know what it is. Yeah, that thing. All right, I'm in Discord if you're jumping in. Oh, hold on. I think my volume's way down. Hello? What up? Everybody's laying bricks, laying blocks. You had what? Welcome to Facebook. I always think about these really big companies because obviously Facebook is one of the biggest on the planet. I was thinking to myself, do they need like 80,000 engineers? And how many of them code and how many of them are like I could see for infrastructure side you need a bunch, but I don't know, 80,000 just seems like a shitload of people. Mm, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, because most people only interact with how many pages? Probably like 10 to 20. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, true, true. That's true. Thank you for the good point. Yes. Yeah. 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 From that perspective, I definitely get it. But I was just thinking from the coding side, I'm like, doesn't it just get more complicated at some point? Mm. How are they breaking it? So you said you have to do like hundreds of components. So what's a component in there? Like, how big is a component? Like super tiny? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I also think things at that scale are just kind of cool. Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You mean my WordPress site isn't having the same challenges as Facebook? It's like really. It's a pretty popular site. I get like 17 hits a day or something like that. So Yeah. Y- Yeah. No, I concur with that. That's Yeah. Yeah, I get that. And then, I mean, at that scale too, everybody expects 100% uptime from like the engineering standpoint and stuff. Like if something doesn't work this day and age, everybody just like jumps to, oh, they suck. But they're like, oh, yeah, yeah. I know I'm right, Ellie. It's okay. Yeah, and I don't doubt that one bit actually. I mean at that level, especially if I think when people say that, oh, they have those conversations, it's going to be, they think those conversations happen in board meetings or not, like people that are in the trenches doing the job. I don't think people that think that just really have no idea about people. Most people are good people, you know. Yeah. No, yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of it too, from my understanding, is what they get off your phone. That's been one of the battles as of late. Has yeah, yeah. I'm actually aware of that. Believe it or not. Yeah, that is an expensive sandwich. For me, I'm saying for a guy in Arizona, I have to travel to San Francisco to go and get some stupid sandwich. Yeah, they don't. It's just the loud people that are the people that scream the loudest. Unfortunately, now have a much larger voice. And I got to be honest with you, in terms of like, I don't really care how much I'm tracked. Um, if they want to shove something, it does. I do have to say, just from a trading perspective, and what we do and stuff, it is a little bit annoying that I'm always being shoved some kind of day trading fucking app in my face, mainly through YouTube. It's not a Facebook thing, but even on Facebook, I get all this trading stuff I just don't want. That is a little. I know it's like, yeah, it's so yeah. Work on that, Ellie. Work on to see if people are more professional or just idiot consumers of bullshit. Because I feel like they think I'm just an idiot consumer of bullshit. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. Facebook's like, sure, go for it. Give me your $12 a click. Mm. Are you guys gearing at? Are you? Because that's actually a really good point. Because you like advertising is extraordinarily. Because I'm every time I've tried to go into marketing, I just like glaze over a little bit. But the vernacular and some of the tools are extremely boring. So are you gearing towards like professional marketers or small business owners that don't know anything? Mm, gotcha. Do you think anybody would listen to you if you had valid concerns about, hey, these people don't understand what that? Okay, that's cool. Good. Uh, Balls. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Do you know? Oh, well, we have a different problem then. Do you like? Do you know who wrote some code? If you were to. change something, is it say authored by Ellie somewhere? And some guy's like, Ellie's code is trash and I changed it. And you're like, what the fuck, man? So you know, talk with them ahead of time. Be like, hey, just so you know, your code sucks and I'm changing it. That's cool. It's a lot. Yeah. So what do you sell them? Ukrainian no, hold on, I got it. Jewish Ukrainian baseball bats. It's cringe on one level, but brilliant on another. It's like my McAfee jokes from yesterday. Oh, apparently McAfee died. Did you hear that? That's that's what that's what they want you to believe. Of what, people killing people in the government killing people in prison, or people killing themselves in prison. What was that? You broke up. You think the government just has enough time to just kill people in prison? Well, okay, Putin has a history of killing people. Change. Well, he was a KGB agent. You can't kind of hide that. It's kind of. And then come on, poisoning somebody with nobody gets poisoned with plutonium by accident. Like that's the thing. He puts signatures on shit. He makes it known that yeah, government did this, cuz who the fuck's got plutonium? I tried ordering some on through Facebook, mind you, and they wouldn't let me do it. I don't think yeah. Yeah. I don't I generally, well, okay. The US has taken people out. I'm not saying that they haven't. Could Epstein have been killed by some people in power? Yes, absolutely. I think Epstein could have been killed. Could it be the Clintons? Sure. Like I'm not even mad at those types of theories. But a guy like what the fuck does McAfee have? Why would they even kill McAfee? They're just killing celebrities now for no apparent reason. I think McAfee is crazy enough that he would just kill himself. Like he's not that stable of an individual. I don't think. It's nobody has fun in prison. Okay, maybe I will give you. I could be naive about fun in prison. You got me there. But I don't think the government goes around with. But why would they kill him? But like, why? What's the like? I get Epstein. Yes, everyone in government should be shot for diddling kids. That's fine with me. But McAfee, like what did he do to anybody in the federal government that would go to the level of, oh, now we're going to go to an Argentine prison or wherever he was to kill him like that? I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me. Well, I it, I never said you can't have an investigation about it. Investigate everything. We said that. I said that a while back when we were talking about. I don't know if it was Epstein. Dude, people on Twitter are still screaming about it. There's memes about. I'm looking at a meme right now in random. I mean, it's everywhere. People talk about it. That it could be. Maybe the. I mean, so it's a it. Well, it's a double edged sword because if you have an investigation and the conclusion is reached, there are some people that will not take the conclusion as fact, right? So at that point, it's well that I don't know. I mean, I'm sure when Epstein died, they didn't sweep it up. I'm sure people came in and coroners did their job and yeah. Yeah. Well, that's yeah. It's a little bit like the whole election thing in Arizona right now, right? Like what's going on. Like it's like you either at some point have to close the case and maybe say the federal government won with Epstein. Like okay, they won, Epstein died, the investigation got closed. Then you have the Arizona way, which is here we are, 7 8 months after the election, and you have some cyber tech company going through every single ballot in the stadium with no oversight. It's like which side of the spectrum? I get it. They're both shitty choices. I'm not saying that but it's just one of those things where it's like some things probably like if you want to go through election stuff, that's fine. But at what point do you call it okay? The election wasn't stolen, and Epstein actually or McAfee act like at what point do you stop? That's the line. And especially these days, I think that line's getting fuzzier and fuzzier. What do you mean? It's a possibility. I'm not going to say it's not, but yeah, it's hard to say you know things. Like that's difficult to say that this is a fact. Wouldn't you say it? That I want to see. Well, just because I haven't seen something. Well, the problem's a little different then because it's not. But wait a minute. And this may not be you, so forgive me if I'm wrong. But don't you not like news media? Aren't you like news media's garbage? So on one end you want it, but on the other end you don't like it. So well, no. So you what? Exactly. So no one will be able to do that job that you're saying needs to be done. No, they won't. They'll be dead. How? They're dead. You just said you want them to die. So, and it's still a catch 22. I mean, you can't have. Okay, but you understand they're the same thing now. They're based. There's like three news conglomerates nationally that own local news. And there's also big national local news. You don't think in some way they cooperate? They're intertwined. Their local news are on networks. They're owned by NBC. They're owned by all these other factors. That's the thing is that it's all the same thing now. It's probably been that way for a while. YouTube has credibility? Oh. They've always been authorities of truth. That's the whole purpose of the media. Well, okay. But you kind of realize that that's been the way of media forever, right? I think they're just better at it. Yeah. No, but it's been, yeah, but it's not new. Like most of there's always a battle for eyes, always. You're 100% wrong about that. Of course you are. You think they wouldn't kill for that story? Ah, then you're mistaken. I mean, sure there would probably be a couple people. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. And this is why there's different news organizations. Some would not, others would kill for it. But that's been throughout history. That's not new. That's not 2021 new. No, it's not. No, that you are that cynical. You actually think that okay, if something's okay, first of all, the example you chose was a blatantly obvious example. Well, Okay, so media, regardless, why didn't Trump investigate it then? Why didn't Trump throw the full power of the Senate and his AG office behind it? Well, House, no, no, no. House was Democrat, Senate was Republican. But whatever, he had one of them. Why didn't he go after it? This is what I'm saying. Like you have all there's all these things, and look, I'll give you Epstein could have been killed by a myriad of people. Obviously, he was a shitty person with, huh? I, I'm just saying. I'm just I, so they just hushed it if Clintons would shut up. I mean, that's a well. Then how do you? No, it's talked about. See, here's the thing. I mean, you know about it. It's been talked about. If people like you and I have hear of things, it's talked about. Well, you're saying okay. Well, media can't do anything. So I'm just trying to understand: is it media or is it government? Okay, so the media will run with something as long as there's eyeballs on it. Unless it's so egregiously unethical that they feel a moral obligation, which is fairly rarely, especially nowadays, because the media. I mean, especially the past 10 years, they've really run towards you know, like dumb shit news, and that's not a conspiracy theory's fault. That's because people are apparently getting stupider. I don't know, but the general point. I mean, the media is still at a high level, at the level like everyone heard about Epstein. Everyone heard about the Clintons. Like it's not covered. It's covered. Then that's a government problem. That's a governmental problem. So that should probably probably because I mean, whenever you have people, people love power. Whenever you have people with that much power for that long, they don't want to fucking let it go. People don't like change. People. Mm, I don't actually. I don't. It's issue. It's hold on a second. Hold on a second. It's issue by issue. Okay, it's not like the Trump and the Clinton. Huh? No, they are given orders by the powerful elites. That's how the system's operated. So okay, okay. Well, I guess I don't fully understand the point you're trying to make. I mean, look, just take the past 5 6 years. Obama, Trump, Biden. right? Like there was a change. There was a change in power, at least at the presidential level. The Senate's pretty much been the fucking same, right, for 30 years. We can agree on that. So well, it's already a problem. I like to view it from the perspective of what changed during the Trump administration. That's what I like to view it. Like that's the perspective I like to take, because either Trump was very derelict in his duty in not process. Because if Hillary's emails were that big of a problem, and I'm not saying they were, I'm not saying they weren't. I'm saying if, and I made this argument with 50. I'm like, why didn't Trump either he? I know you're not one of those guys that Trump is best president, right? I've never gotten that feeling from you. Are you like a major Trump fan? I'm not gonna judge you either way, but I'm just saying, like, in when I was talking to 50, in 50's eyes, Trump could do no wrong. Like, yeah, I thought so. But I'm just saying, if if someone is an individual that is a Trump can do no wrong, and then they're gonna say Hillary's emails, Epstein's killed, all this other shit, why is Trump not with the full force of the Attorney General's office, which is a massive force? He also controls the FBI. Why isn't he just gunning down on those people? Well, he loosely. I mean, yeah. So so that so I would rather I like to get out of the little minutia of Epstein. Now no one knows if the military killed Epstein. I mean, because there's some pretty badass strings to pull to get to it to get to Epstein to make the cameras go out. Of course it is. It's military operation. That's like a military fucking special ops operation. So what the fuck are you talking about? Someone has to get clearance into the prison. Someone has to get into the room. Somebody has to turn the cameras off. Like all of those things. How do you figure? No, people do shit like that in teams, Ellie. They don't do that. They don't do that singly. They do that in teams. It's not a team of 50. It's not a team of 50. You think Epstein's going to let you Epstein's not going to let you kill him. He's going to, I don't know, do something. No, it's probably two people in the room and someone outside controlling the situation inside the building. It's probably like three people. What they're the exact. I don't understand. You just said the exact opposite. Killing somebody is the message in the way. That's the message. The message is killing somebody. And and that's it's not just killing some random person in front of the Kremlin. You don't kill a random guy, you kill a guy that did something. That's the message. But the event is it's killing a specific person though. No, I get, but how do you send the message without killing the person to send the message? You don't. That's what. Okay, I guess I don't understand where we've gone because we go from Epstein to back to Putin again. I don't understand where we're at. Why is it gotta? It doesn't have to send a message like, and you can't just disappear somebody in the United. It's different to disappear somebody in the United States prison system than it is a scientist that works for Cambridge or some shit like that. What? Like seriously, you don't think that they're gonna say, "Oh, this prisoner was in your custody, now he's not, Mister Warden. Where's the prisoner?" Like, how is that? I don't see how. How would you like? Could that physically happen? Yes, but there'd be probably more blowback on him just disappearing than him dying in the cell. Because at least if he dies in the cell, then they're looking at cameras, which are down, and they're looking at all these other things. But if he's gone, then you're actually looking for Epstein. Like it's to me, it's different. To me, it's like kill him in the cell with a team of people, and whether it's a message or just trying to cover up everybody who is diddling kids because they're fucking horrible people, um, you accomplish that goal. But I don't think there's a message being sent necessarily with Epstein. I think it was just he needed to die because he was gonna fucking blow the whistle on everybody, or he actually killed himself. That's a possibility too, I guess. I don't do journalism like you do. I don't hear anything. Well, oh, in this, yeah, okay. In what? 2000 what? When did he release those whatevers? Way earlier than that, right? No, I'm saying wait. When did he release those CIA documents or whatever? Was that the yeah like it? Yeah. So they yeah. I mean, look, I'm not saying nobody. I don't even understand the argument we're having here because I'm not saying nobody. I'm not saying Epstein did kill himself. I'm not arguing that he wasn't murdered. This kind of started off with you saying it wasn't a government. I thought you said that like it wasn't a government thing. Is that what you said? But who gives that person the order? That's what I'm saying. Like it's not just one. Like one person just doesn't randomly go, "I'm killing Epstein because of Clinton." Like there's a team involved, and it's not gonna be only. It can't be only one person. It's got to, like I said, I'm thinking minimum three people, and then the. I mean, because you have to get. I'm just thinking minimum three people. I agree with you. It's got to. You can't. The whole CIA isn't going to know about that operation. Like obviously, but it. I mean, it could be one guy in the cell. If it were me, I'd try. I mean, I'm not a. You're right. I don't have expertise in this, but I would at least try to send two guys just to control the situation better inside the cell. And then I'm. Oh, I wonder if they actually. Because I'm thinking about this. Epstein was in the prison for a minute, or they probably knew what prison they were going to send him in. They probably planted a worker in the prison, and then they had some guy come in to do the killing, and maybe a worker in the prison like controlled the situation. That could be a thing. Maybe it was two. Could be two. Well, that's still number two. That's still number two in the conspiracy. That's still the second person. You can't just have one person walk into a prison. Here's my slip to kill Epstein. Have all because what happens if something goes wrong in the prison? Let's say you don't want anyone else in the loop, and then this guy's in there, and some guard comes along that isn't supposed to in some fashion, and finds out, and then he ends up dying too. You know what I mean? Like, no, true. I agree with that. No, I'm not mad he's dead, but you can't say that every guard in that prison would be like, "Oh, you're killing Epstein? Yeah, go right ahead." I can't say that would. Yeah, yeah, but more than one person. I'm just saying it can't be one person. Yeah, it's got to be at least two. I would try to have three people in the know controlling the situation. And one can walk left out of the room, one can walk right. They can split at different areas, or one can leave a little. They could do all kinds of shit. But it's got to be 2 to 3 people. And the question is, where did they come from? That's the question, because it's got to be inside the government. Russia probably wouldn't be able to pull. Maybe Russia could pull that off. Could be a state actor. But Bill Gates probably couldn't get that dude killed. If he did, Bill Gates is like, hey Bill Clinton, can you make these guys die? You know? No, I'm saying he can't. I, Maybe he got some crazy connections over the years, but I don't think he has the. He would have to call somebody to facilitate that. He would have to. It's like somebody made the decision. So it's either. And you never know. There could have been some text message thread or some phone call with like all the people that hung out with Epstein, and maybe as a group. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True. Yeah, could have been like someone on the Senate whatever committee for something that was with Epstein. Yeah. No, I agree with that. Trade Desk is having a hell of a day, by the way. Yeah. I wonder if that's on his business card. Hello, this is Dave. Here's my business card. Oh, you do political assassinations. That's great. Oh, hell yeah, they do. Hell yeah, they do. Well, to your point about people not wanting to be associated, it was probably walk up to Dave's house and go, "Hey, Dave, you're gonna kill Epstein. Okay, be here at this time." You know what I mean? Y- You're right. I have seen a few movies, but that's how I assume it's done at the same time. Pe- yeah, especially these days. Oh, Peloton, 5% for Peloton. Bam. So we've been bullshitting about conspiracy theories. The market's actually been putting in some work. What the things are called conspiracy theories? Well, what the fuck else are you supposed to do? I mean, look, in reality, the reason I don't read any fucking news. I just got some news from you about Bill Gates' wife saying that he went to, like, I didn't know that because I don't have. And see, that's the other thing is everyone's like doing the cable unplug thing, and like I feel so out of the loop in the past year because of it. It's kind of interesting. Like I don't know anything. I don't even follow anything anymore. So I'm like your wife and the fact that you don't allow me to read news. Thanks, Ellie. Thanks for making me dumber. Actually, you know where I think my don't read news comes from is from stock trading. It's like news just lies to you anyways, so just why even bother? No, but I think some things are conspiracy theories, and obviously some things aren't. And in time, we'll be right that some things are conspiracy theories, and we'll be right that some things aren't conspiracy theories. Like you take Well, no, you look at that CIA program in the 60s, like you just talked about when that dude got killed. That was not a because that was talked about back in the day. Was the CIA was flooding the streets with drugs? That was a conspiracy theory. But in 30, 40 years, that was proven accurate. So some of these things are they were gone. Those people were likely gone. No, but I agree with you. They probably should have done something. I agree with you on that. But dude, the people running that program are probably fucking dead. Because if you're that high level in the CIA, you're probably in your 60s as it is, and then 40 years later, maybe one of those guys was still alive, 90, senile in an old retirement home. I mean, yeah, they probably should have dragged him through the street like the Munich trials, like they do with the Nazis to this day. They should have done that, but they didn't. But then I do think there's a difference though between an Epstein conspiracy theory and a McAfee conspiracy theory. I don't think no one gives two shits about McAfee. That's my personal. So in Epstein, like the general public is like, cool. I'm glad he's dead. He was a horrible person. I mean, so it's I don't know. I mean, yeah, no, they're indifferent. Yeah. Well, it's funny because we saw the McAfee thing died, and like I had three jokes hit my head, and I wrote on chat, I'm like, is it too soon to make McAfee jokes? Yeah, yeah. Ready for what? Dying before he died? Oh, he made jokes out of himself. He loved it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I put him up there. I actually Shiny came out of the woodwork to say who the hell even liked McAfee. I thought that was pretty funny. She's again indifferent. He was just a guy blowing his mouth off. That's all I saw him as. Kind of a little bit like, you don't think he's got some dude is nuts as he is. You don't think he's got some crazy? He fucking moved out of the country for tax evasion. You don't think he was diddling kids in fucking Argentina, or maybe it wasn't kids, but he probably did. He definitely did some shady shit. Yeah, no, I don't mind that, but if you, it's kind of weird. It's almost like if you fuck that many women, then there was some advantage. Like statistically speaking, at least there was probably some taking advantage. Like he was probably high as fuck one day. Some lady didn't want to have sex with him, and he probably fucked her anyways. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like I don't know if I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't care. Well, do you have who has data that who has data that the government killed McAfee? Then, like, there's no data for that either. That's just straight up conspiracy. Yeah, yeah. No, but I can see it the other way. I could see it that he's just throwing the world for a loop because he says he's not going to kill himself when he decides to kill himself. Like he would like that aspect of it as well. Well, no, I don't. No, no, he wouldn't take his life to be the joke, but once he made the decision to kill himself, he would appreciate the irony. That's 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 all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. No, I know. But there's lots of people that think they don't kill themselves that kill themselves for various reasons. That's not, you think he's the only person in the world that said, I will never kill myself, and then goes and fucking kills himself. Of course. Of course it happens. There's 7 billion people on the planet. Of course it happens. Absolutely it happens. How did he die at it? I didn't even really see. Did they say how he died yet, or is it too new? Just they just found him dead. Well, maybe he was murdered. Well, I'm saying they say suicide, but like, what was it? Asphyxiation? Was it? I guess that would probably be the only way to have to happen, huh? Kind of hard to stab yourself to death, but that would be my thing. Anyway, I could see Epstein being an actual legitimate thing that no one ever gets prosecuted for, and a lot of people are happy about that in power. I could see McAfee just killing himself. That's a possibility in my mind. Easily. I would say 80% he killed himself, 20% someone else killed him. That's my personal bias to that. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't think no one gave a shit enough about McAfee high in power to try to, could it be another prison inmate? Yeah, maybe. I guess that could be a thing. Maybe he owed someone a bunch of money in that prison, and he was gonna go away to the U.S. and they decided to take him out. You never know. That could happen. Yeah. So what are you on the scale? Are you 80% he was killed by somebody? You're opposite. Gotcha. Hmm. Hmm? Is that the one where it's Occam's razor? You think an Occam's razor? Yeah, the simplest solution is right. That he killed himself. That's, in my opinion, the simplest solution. The more complicated solution is there is a conspiracy to kill him. That's the more complicated. Well, look, an individual facing life in prison, because, I mean, at his age, yeah. Well, going from, yeah, well, he was just depressed as fuck. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, but to go, I don't know. Well, because he's not going to enjoy life anymore. Because if he's going to the U.S., he knows he's not leaving, and so he doesn't get to do all those things anymore. He's like, "Fuck it, I don't want to deal with fucking this shit anymore." Yeah, you don't know what people go through behind closed doors. He puts this one face up, but is that like sure if you're living in South America and you have a lot of money and you have a lot of women around you and drugs and all that shit he was doing, but now you're not going to have any of that anymore. So I could see him wanting to take the easy way out because why would he suffer for 30 years and, you know, in an American prison, even if it's a fluff prison? Maybe, again, we don't have evidence he wanted to go to U.S. prison or didn't want to go to U.S. prison, but I think it's a possibility that he's like, look, I could get out of this. I keep saying Argentina for some reason, but I could get out of this Argentinian prison. I'm not getting out of a U.S. prison. I don't want to do that. And this is the best chance I have to kill myself because U.S. has, unless you're in Epstein's prison, better security. That's kind of the I guess the way I'm thinking about it is he was like, yeah, if they're gonna send me over there, I'm done, and then I just don't want to do it, and then he just takes care of himself because he's like what? How old is he? Like 68 or something like that, 70 or something. Yeah, 65. So 30 years in a prison is like, yeah, but I get your point. I mean, he is kind of an egomaniac. I yes, yes, fucking Bernie Madoff died in prison. Well, it's a, but why would so? But why would okay? So yeah, no, I understand that. I understand that. But why would someone kill him? That's the other side to the coin. Like that's my side to the coin of him killing himself. But why? Like I get why somebody would kill Epstein. Why would somebody kill John McAfee? And why wouldn't they just stab him? Why would they make it look like suicide? Why would they go through the trouble instead of if someone's going to go kill John McAfee in prison or anybody in prison, they don't make it look like a suicide. From my understanding, they just fucking stab you because you don't have a lot of, necessarily time in a cell to make it look like whatever. And there's a lot of people around generally, so you just fucking stab them and get it over with. Why would they make it look like a thing? Like if there's somebody in power that wants John McAfee dead, like why John McAfee and why now? Why didn't they do it fucking 10 years ago when he wasn't. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. So if someone stabbed him, yeah, someone stabbed him. That's just what that is. If it was suicide, I still stand with the fact that he killed himself and it wasn't a larger conspiracy by someone trying to stage something. That's my stance. I mean, yeah, if someone stabs John McAfee in prison, I'm not surprised by that either, because you're right. He's an egomaniac. He probably said something to the wrong person who's killed 15 people, and you never know. Oh, you want? Should we go? You want to be YouTube famous about all these topics? We can do that. That's fun. Yeah, debating. Let's do it. We'll put a YouTube channel together. We'll get YouTube famous again. Cool. All right, boss. Go make some ads. Go sell somebody a lawnmower. Oh, that too. Yeah, go pray.